Hello, everyone. I just saw a video recently. I think the video is going around, and I just saw it. Detailing Tinubu and his Alpha Beta Consulting company and the things that they've done to Lagos and how they've ripped Lagos off. The report is, talking about the different taxes that they have put on the people, make sure that the people are paying and all of that. And I'm just looking at this whole bit. I'm like, what? Honestly, and I'm sure there are a lot of people. This is my first time of coming, across this, and I'm sure there are a lot of people that this is their first time of coming across this. Yes, for me, I knew the issue of Chicago Tinubu's in terms of Tinubu's certificate forgery came out, I think, around 1999 or 2000. Those early days when he was still governor, those issues came out. There were accusation. That was the same time also that there was the Toronto issue. So two issues were going on: Toronto issue and the Chicago issue. The Toronto issue was the one of what's his name now, Salisu Buhari, the then, I think that's his name, the then Speaker of the House of Representatives, where they were issued that he was younger. He was younger than he had claimed to be. He had actually increased his age, and also that the school he said he went to, he didn't go to that particular school, and then he had to resign from that position. But in the case of Tinubu, it went this way, went that way. There was no conclusion. So I've heard about that. Yeah, of the drug issue, you just hear rumors that he had been involved in this. I didn't even know about the fact that he had forfeited money to the U.S. government until quite recently, and so I'm sure there are a lot of people who haven't. But this whole, the kind of what has been done to Lagos, and if you and you're imagining, he's already starting. Tinubu is definitely already starting. They're trying to replicate that in Nigeria. It's something that definitely, as citizens, we must not allow. In terms of the taxes, in terms of bringing in people that are going to just be doing whatever it is that he wants to be done, in terms of destroying businesses, in terms of bringing people to their feet. He's already doing that. You see Dangote already shouting from one place to the other. It's not only Dangote, it's just like it's Dangote that has started the speaking and the shouting. There are quite a number of others that he's really going after, and then at the end of the day, he's going to put in his own stooges that are going to be loyal to him for life. But definitely we should not outshine him. Tinubu has never been one that you should come in and you should grow up above him, and then he will now have Nigeria under his control. He's already putting his people around those institutions, bastardize every institution that we have, and then probably have another super company that he's going to put in that will be collecting whatever taxes, percentage of whatever it is that the state collects. Let me just keep quiet here and allow you to watch the video.
Potent and efficient, and we are building internal control from the ground up. They have exploited their knowledge in biometric, establishing a control system and re-engineer the finances of Lagos.
It is no surprise to see Tinubu rise in strong and spirited defense of Alpha Beta Consulting, his company. From 2000 to 2009, Alpha Beta allegedly took 15% of all tax revenues generated by the state of Lagos. In the past 5 years, it has taken 10%, which means that Alpha Beta has pocketed approximately 13% of our money during the governorships of Tinubu and Fashola. This is ridiculously scandalous in itself. Approximately 1.464 trillion naira has been raised in tax in the past 15 years, monies which should clearly be invested back into the state, but it is not. Alpha Beta is allegedly owned by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the company is the recurring decimal of corruption in Lagos. In the last 2 years, 36 billion naira has been paid out to Tinubu via Alpha Beta Consulting alone. 36 billion naira is a colossal amount of money to pay an individual firm over a 2-year period. A look at taxation in Lagos, which is charged at multiple points, will suffice and help us appreciate the maze of corruption that is perpetrated in Lagos by Tinubu and his cronies. In addition to federal taxes, the state government collects shops and kiosk rates, an approved open market levy, tenement rates, licensing fee for sale of liquor, slaughter slab license fee in abattoirs under local government control, marriage, birth and death registration fees, street naming registration fee, motor park levy including motorcycles and tricycles, parking fee on local government streets or roads as may be approved by the state government, domestic animal license fee excluding poultry farmers, license fees for bicycles, trucks, canoes, wheelbarrows and carts other than mechanically propelled trucks, radio and television license fee excluding radio and television in motor vehicles, transmitters and other communication equipment, public convenience, sewage and refuse disposal fees, cemetery and burial ground permit fee for private entertainment and merriment in public places, excluding roads and streets, wharf landing fees, corporate business permit, commercial premises rate, corporate parking within company premises, vehicle radio permit or clearance, satellite and mast permit, vehicle environmental protection, outdoor environmental sanitation agency fees, mobile advert permit, computer use permit, interstate revenue, penalty for seatbelt default, computer license fee. It is better imagined how much sleaze that goes on behind the scene. Sensing a cover-up, a Lagos resident, Dr. Ademola Dominic, petitioned the Lagos state government directly on the 24th of October 2012, asking for a disclosure of public accounts as pertain the tax consultancy fee the Lagos state government pays out monthly to a private company named Alpha Beta Consulting Limited, owned by Tinubu. Dr. Dominic, as a petitioner, invoked the Freedom of Information Act and demanded to know how the taxes, revenue, finances of the state accrue, are managed and disbursed in Lagos State, and to access and request to be made available to me by you all information, CTCs of files, records, contract agreements, documents in respect of the said contract agreement entered into between the government of Lagos State and the company Alpha Beta Consultant Limited, pursuant to Section 23, subsection 3M 0, 5, 6, 7, 9 and 10 of the provisions of the Freedom of Information Act 2011 FOI. According to Dr. Dominic's petition for account, the government of Lagos State boasts of internally generated revenue of about 40 billion naira every month, translating into a commission of 6 billion naira being paid to Alpha Beta Consulting Limited also every month, which some I consider unfavorable and outrageous to me as a taxpayer and citizen of Lagos State. In public eyes, the offending company Alpha Beta Consulting Limited is putatively owned by Alhaji Bola Tinubu, who handpicked Babatunde Fashola in 2007 as the Action Congress governorship candidate in Lagos by riding roughshod over the party's constitution's requirement for a sensible primary election. And the Lagos State government's response of November 5, 2012 to the petitioner merely reinforces the state's stance to treat Lagos finances as personal funds. It is also on records that Alpha Beta Company was blacklisted by the Abuja Environmental Protection Board, AEPB, for failing to render account of the fees it collects on behalf of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, in respect of solid and liquid waste bills from residents in the territory. The Tinubu's firm was contracted in 2009 by the FCT administration under the then Minister Alhaji Adamu Aliero to be responsible for waste management fees. The rest is history. As it is, Lagos's medium-term future is in doubt, not least because its future taxes cannot be raised from the millions of illiterate and unskilled youths who will rather likely press violently for free social services to further tie up the state's finances already hobbled by over $500 million debts. In Lagos, land and real estate is gold. Here, Tinubu is believed to have effectively fleeced Lagos, allocating land for himself and his cronies. This area has been the gold mine for years and still remains one. It needs to be recalled that in 2007, a group called the Lagos Progressive Movement fingered Tinubu in a huge land scam running into several billions of naira in Lagos State. In a public statement on the matter, the group had noted, "We, the Lagos Progressives Movement, once again wish to update fellow Nigerians on the various land scams perpetrated by former Governor Bola Tinubu and being covered up by Governor Babatunde Fashola. The facts are true and verifiable. We have gone further to quote real names of collaborators and addresses of properties for readers to verify themselves. Tinubu is the #1 landlord in Lagos and has turned Lagos land worth trillions of naira into his personal possession to be used freely or given away unaccounted for. Even after he left office, Tinubu continues to illegally appropriate and allocate Lagos land under the watch of Fashola. Curiously, Tinubu still occasionally signs certificates of occupancy even as ex-governor and backdating them to the period he was in office.